Hello, this is Waterlily716 or Sarah, and today I'm going to be filming a video on how I part my hair. This is somewhat of a frequently asked question, so I figured that I would just show you guys. And yeah, for curly hair, sometimes it can be a little more difficult than straight hair just because everything's a little harder. But I find it easiest to do this on wet hair, and I actually get out in the middle of my shower. I've just put in my rinse out conditioner, my thicker conditioner, and detangled my hair thoroughly. And now I'm going to part my hair, and then after that I jump back in and I rinse everything out. I find this works well for me because if I try to part my hair after I get out of the shower or after I style my hair, I find it breaks up my curls. But I know that other people don't necessarily do it that way. And if you have a different method for parting your curly hair, you can of course post it below in the comments. But yeah. Now, one of the easiest things to part your hair with is usually a comb. This one I think is called a rat tail comb. I'm not for sure. I got from Sally's. This brand called Tool. But I mean, any comb will do because every comb has these little tines that are good for parting your hair. And if you don't have a comb, you can still just use your brush. This is a Tangle Teezer that I also bought from Sally's, but you can use a regular brush for this and then just use your fingernail if you have long fingernails. But it does really help to have some sort of pointy object. What I do, and I'm going to show you how to part your hair two ways. I'm going to show you how to do a straight back part. I'm going to do a zigzag part because I've been doing that a lot lately. But you just comb your hair back. You can use a brush or a comb. I find that using a brush for this part gives me, the curls are more in more little sections, so it's easier to part the hair. And then I'm going to use my rat tail comb's point, but remember you can use your fingernail or whatever. And I like to do a side part. I feel like most people, side parts look better on most people. I do a pretty far over side part just because I have like this widow's peak, and there was a period when I parted my hair in the middle and it was just not pretty. So what you just do is, now that you've got your hair detangled, you take the point and you draw it back in a straight line. And you really need to be looking in a mirror for this, which is why I usually get out of the shower. You can kind of do it in the shower, but it's so much easier looking at a mirror, for me at least. So I'm just going to take my point, put it where I want. Oh, and for a side part, what I've heard is a good way to decide where to put your side part is you look for the arch of your eyebrow, which I kind of have arches and they start kind of right here. I part a little over from that, but if you don't know where to part your hair, you can just sort of start there and then move around. So I just part like this, and I just draw a straight line back, and then take your hands and move the hair from both sides. And then you should have a fully straight part. Now you're going to have to recomb and retangle your hair after this, but that's how I do it. Now if you want to do a zigzag part, that's a little more difficult, but I like doing a zigzag part because it helps hide your natural roots growing in from a color, which is what I have right now. And I also think it gives you a little bit more volume with curly hair, and it just kind of looks more natural if that's what you want. The straight part is pretty and organized looking, but the zigzag part is more natural and kind of like, oh, I just let my hair do this. So again, I'm just going to brush my hair directly back from my forehead. Then I'm going to take the rat tail, and you want to do this in smaller sections. I think it looks better to zigzag in smaller sections. But what I do is I just take my point and you move it over in a diagonal, and you do one at a time, and then you comb away the hair, and then take your point and move it over in a diagonal, and then comb away some hair, and then you're gonna go the opposite direction, move your comb and start doing this, and then continue to zigzag. This takes a little bit of practice, definitely, but and like you can definitely just keep retouching. But when you're done, you should have a zigzag part. I don't think this one is perfect, but the thing is, it doesn't need to be perfect. And yeah, that's how I'm going to leave my hair. So now I'm just going to jump back in the shower, rinse out my rinse out conditioner, and re-detangle a little bit because switching the hair over always adds more tangles. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful and answered some of y'all's questions for those of you that have had a hard time parting your hair. Please leave any tips you have below on parting your hair or any questions if anything in this video was not clear. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye!